Hey, what is up everybody? Thank you so much for tuning into another one of my videos. And in today's video, we're going to be looking at FTM Farmer, another project from the BUSD Crops Farmer team, launching in just 24 hours and 51 minutes, as you guys can see at the time of recording. Now, before we jump into the video, please make sure you guys like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure you hit that bell notification so that you are notified of these videos, as they are very time sensitive. Now, right off the beginning, guys, I just want to say that I am personally invested in the other projects that this team has launched, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm doing extremely well in those. And as such, I personally am very bullish in this, and I personally will be investing in this. However, none of this is financial advice, and you guys should always do your own research. Now, before we go further, there is one thing I want to address, because at the beginning I was kind of confused as to why they're making another project of themselves, like, you know, another crops farmer, because they're already on BUSD and BNB, and of course USDC as well. So I was actually a little bit confused, but when I thought about it, it made me realize that the team is really good, and I'd rather have them kind of fork their own project on these other chains, because there's a lot of money on each of these chains. It only makes sense essentially to have a reliable team on these chains for people that hold several assets, such as myself. You know, like, I'm not going to be selling my Phantom, bringing it over to BNB and putting it into the BNB chain. It acts differently. Comprehensively, as a Phantom maxi, as somebody that wants to support the Phantom blockchain, I will obviously be investing into this project instead. And that's why I do think it is reasonable for them to be launching on several chains. You know, I did have people, and I did talk in our Discord once again. Make sure you guys join that, as to how this might dilute the project, but I actually think otherwise, as I do believe that each token of itself, each native chain token, for example Phantom, BNB, has its own demand and its own audience. Of course, there are audiences that have shared assets. So for example, myself, I do have BNB and I also do have Phantom. However, I wouldn't sell one for the other to put it in the other farmer. So the fact that they're launching on a different chain, to me, is very good, and it is indeed reasonable. I do not think that this is essentially going to dilute the market. So right off the bat, this is at first instance a baked beans fork. However, we can see there are a lot of things that are different. So the first thing that's different is that it has a little bit less of a daily return. So instead of 8%, 6%. It has a compound bonus to incentivize people to compound, right? So every time you compound, it gives you an extra 2% bonus, all the way up to a maximum of 20%. It has 7% referrals, and these referrals don't actually count towards the recompounding. So for example, if you guys use my link down in the description, I will only get the 7% kickback. I will not be getting 7% every time you guys compound. And this is very important, because honestly, as a YouTuber, as an influencer, it's nice getting a lot of referrals, but it is not good for the longevity of the project. And as I would have said in my previous video, the link will be right above, I personally am against these, because instead of getting a big amount of referrals, I'd rather get a smaller amount of money but for a longer period of time. I'd rather have a project that provides a sustainable income for not only myself as a content creator, but also for my community. And that's why I am happy to put my name behind the FTM Crops Farmer. Now, they have a 12-hour compound timer, which means that you can't just continuously compound. You'll have to wait 12 hours between each compound. They have a 4 hours withdrawal cooldown, and they have 48-hour rewards accumulation cutoff. Now, there was a few people that asked me as to what this is in our Discord. Make sure you guys join our Discord if you haven't already. We're very active in there, and we love talking about things like this and discussing miners and all other types of projects. And basically, what this essentially means is that if you do not compound or claim after 48 hours of your last compound or claim, your accumulations will be cut off. That way, there's people that cannot abuse the system like they did in baked beans and its other forks, where they would just simply let it grow over time and then come and bang, you know, take out one shot, take out one big portion in one shot. Now, as you guys can see, the function that I personally like the most, which is you have to compound 10 times mandatorily. And remember guys, you can only do it once every 12 hours, so you're bound to compound at least 5 days, which in my opinion is very good, so that it pushes the community to follow a certain strategy. And you guys already know these projects like these are very community driven, and if the community is not strong, then you definitely will struggle for the longevity of the project. You'll see the projects essentially dying out like baked beans. And now they also have a huge tax, so 80% tax for early withdrawals, which is to obviously discourage people from taking their money out or taking funds before they reach their 10 times mandatory compound. And of course, they have an anti-bot launch. Now, as you guys can also see, they're going to be donating 0.1% of the TVL to the cause. That Crypto Phil started a campaign where he donates 1 day every month. Make sure you guys go check that out as well. He is on YouTube as well. And this team has also pledged to donate 0.1% of the TVL to the cause. Now, if we scroll down further below, you guys can see there is a farmer's dashboard. Now, this is the same as the BNB Crops Farmer, and the functionalities are the same. Here it'll show you what your initial deposit is, what your total deposit is, so every time you compound, your total deposit overall increases. It'll show you exactly what you've withdrawn, and of course lastly, it'll show you what you got in referrals. Now, bear in mind, referrals go directly into the wallet, so they don't actually get drained from the contract, which is important because a lot of times people get in and then as soon as they have a good amount of referrals, they're able to withdraw it. What happens is the contract balance drops very significantly. So here they're actually making it so there's no so that the referrals do not go into the contract, so that people that are invested don't essentially get hit by inflation as hard because of funds leaving the contract. Now, obviously, as you guys can see right here, it does give a nice kind of layout and a comprehension as to how many farmers you'll get for your money. So for example, if you do want to put 1,000 Phantom, you guys can see right here, I would get 100,000 farmers. Now, this number is subject to decrease as more and more people obtain farmers. So I definitely do suggest that you guys do try to get it early. But if you are not early, you should also not worry because of the fact that they have a bonus for the next hire, which means that once people are in, slowly the amount will come back up. So if you do hire more farmers later down the road, you'll actually get a bonus, which is I think around 2%. So that you are going to be on the same playing field as people that have joined early, because that's really important because of the fact that early whales and early people can't essentially dump on you because you'll be at the same pace no matter when you join the project, whether you're joining right at the beginning or if you're joining after the first compound or after a couple of days, you'll be at the same level as the people that got in at the first minute. Now guys, there is also frequently asked questions down below. I definitely suggest you guys go check that out. And lastly, I just wanted to look over how their previous projects have been doing. So this is the BUSD Crop Farmer, and if we hit contract balance right here, you guys can see that it is at $1.43 million. And if we hit the analytics tab right here and go over the transaction, you guys can see that we have been on a slow growth, which is very good. For sure, you want to have more and more people coming into the project. And as I said guys, there is no issues if you are late to the project. You can join anytime. The bonus will kind of make it so that you are on the same playing field as people that joined early. Similarly, for their BNB Crops Farmer, you guys can see that their balance has grown to 3,400 BNB. And if we hit their analytics tab right here and look at the BNB balance, you guys can see that we have slowly been growing in regards to the balance every single day. We started with 2,200 and every single day we're going up by 200 to 400 BNB, as you guys can see right here at 3,000, 3,200, and today at 3,350. So definitely make sure you guys go check it out. I do know for a fact that there is a lot of money on the Phantom network, so definitely make sure you guys go and check out the link in the description for this project. I'm extremely bullish on it and I will be investing. As always guys, this is not financial advice, and of course with Phantom recently dropping in price all the way down to 85 cents, this is a great opportunity for me because of the fact that I am bullish on Phantom in general, and I do think it will come up. Remember, Phantom all-time high was $3, so we're essentially 3x down from its all-time high. So this is the lowest, and this is, you know, the lowest it's been in quite a while. So I do think that, you know, stocking up on some Phantom here and throwing it into the Phantom Crops Farmer is actually a very smart play for the long term, because whatever Phantom you'll be earning later down the road, provided that Phantom's price does come up, you'll definitely be profitable at that time, because not only will you be getting a substantially higher yield every single day because of the fact that you would have been compounding, but the yield that you will be earning will be worth more because of the fact that Phantom would have appreciated. So yeah guys, that is going to be it for this video. Once again, if you guys do decide to check out this project, feel free to use my referral link down below. If you guys do not want to support the channel, that is completely fine as well. I thank you for just watching. All you need to do, you could click my referral link and just remove the address at the end, and that way you won't be giving any referral rewards. I want to thank you all once again for watching my video. I hope you guys have an amazing weekend, and as always guys, let's get that bag. Peace.